A few weeks ago, I had a discovery call with a B2B service provider. Our identity is hidden for privacy's sake, but she had just come out of a very harrowing situation. She had spent over $30,000 or about $30,000 on ads with zero ROI, no clients signed, no B2B clients onboarded. And the worst part of this is that she actually did everything by the books. She created a high-value lead magnet, a webinar in this case. She targeted wealthy clients and she directed this traffic to the lead magnets, yet there was zero ROI. But the reality in this case, for example, is that when you're targeting busy executives or career people or even business owners over the age of 35, they don't have the 1 hour to give you. They're time bankrupt. To them, that 1 hour webinar, that 45 minutes webinar is 45 minutes they'll never get back. So they're arguing with themselves in their heads to say, are they really willing or are you worth the 45 minutes? You have to find a way to deliver instant value to them that is customized to their situation. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how we're building a strategy backup from the ground. I'm also going to be sharing with you how we're swapping the time stock webinar with a 2-minute C-suite executive audit. I'm also going to be sharing with you our hard strategy. We're leaving the broad targeting and we're going to a C-suite sniper strategy. But most importantly, I'm going to be sharing with you our micro test framework. This is the framework where we are testing the new offer and the sales funnel with only a couple of $100 just to make sure that this strategy works with our clients, to make sure our offer lands with them and that our solution would actually work for them. So if you're a service provider, a consultant, or you provide some sort of B2B or business service, then you want to keep watching this video. You're going to get strategies that will help you to build sales funnel that will actually help you land clients in 2026. Most people think if you are spending thousands on ads, or in this case, tens of thousands on ads, and it doesn't get anything, you don't sign any clients, then ads don't work for you. But that's wrong, because the ads are amplifiers. So if you have a high friction offer, you're only going to waste more money and you're going to waste this faster. Now let's look at the old way, which is what she fell into and a lot of B2B service providers fall into. She ran the ads to a webinar. On paper, this sounds good. Create a quality webinar that targets your ICP's pain and ties with your service, and then direct those ICP to your webinar, and then you take them into your funnel and so on. But look at it this way. If you're a business owner or you're a founder, a CMO, a CEO, managing a team of 25, 50, 75 people, or even more, you don't have 1 hour to dish out to every masterclass that you see. And asking for 1 hour to attend a generic financial planning class that you don't know if it's going to benefit you in any way is a big ask. It's high friction, it's low intense, and frankly, it's a sales pitch before I even know if I have a problem or if you can solve that problem for me. In this case, this is a $30,000 wastage, targeting broad interest with high time commitments. Now here's the new way, or what I'm calling the executive sniper approach. Instead of creating a webinar, we created an executive benefits auditor. And instead of asking for 60 minutes of your time, we're asking for only 2 minutes. Also, what we're targeting, instead of targeting everyone who has an interest in financial planning, we're only targeting founders, COOs, CMOs, VPs of companies with employees between 10 to 120 people. And we're not approaching them with a retirement planning. What we're doing is offering them a gap analysis tool. And that's because people at this level don't need more education. A lot of them already have their MBAs. So they have the knowledge. They know they need financial planning. Most of them already have something set up. What we're offering them is optimization. We're helping them answer the question, is my current benefit leaking money? And by turning from webinar and exchanging that for a utility tool, we've turned our marketing from an expense they can ignore now to a tool that they can use to plan their lives better. We've gone from generic targeting to specific utility. And this simple change is what's going to turn a $30,000 loss into a predictable sales lead generation, or a predictable lead generation sales engine. Now let's look at the engine of this entire strategy. So we've ditched the complex 5-page website and replaced it with a high utility landing page. And please, when you're running ads, don't run ads to your website. Don't do that. You're wasting money. Run ads to landing pages or to your lead magnets, or to your video directly. The problem is when you run ads to a website, you have a lot of many options. You have your services, your about us, your home, your contact us. There's just too many options. You don't want your ICP or your lead to lose interest while clicking different pages. You want them to laser focus on the offer you have and also the page that contains that offer. So always run your ads to your landing page. So anyway, on the top of this landing page, you see the headings, you see the subheadings, and then you see the VSL. We have a 3-minute VSL, which is a very short VSL, but that's because for a C-suite executive, this is the holy pitch they need. It's basically saying, you've optimized your company's balance sheet, or have you optimized your own? Here's the tool to find out. Then below that, we have the executive benefits audit. And for this sales funnel, it's the Ferrari in our garage. So notice the questions. We aren't asking them, do you want to retire? We're asking them high-level diagnostic questions. Questions like, how would you describe your current understanding of non-qualified deferred compensation payout schedule? We're asking them, what percentage of your net worth is currently tied up in company stock? We're asking, do you have a defined strategy to convert your assets into predictable paycheck in retirement? We're asking, how confident are you that your current estate plan protects your assets from excessive taxation upon transfer? These are high-level diagnostic questions. It really shows them that you know what you're asking for. And when they finish, they don't just get a thank you message, they get an instant score. This does two things. It gives them an immediate ROI for that 120 seconds. So instead of the other lead magnets where they have to spend 60 minutes before they know if they're going to get any ROI, this is giving them a customized immediate ROI for only 2 minutes of their time. And it also creates a gap. When a professional sees 45 or 65 over 100, the professional instinct is to close that gap. But here's a secret sauce for the advisor. Before they even leave the page, before they even use the tool, the inbuilt LinkedIn lead generation form pops up. And because it autofills, all they have to do is click submit, and then they can use the tool. And because this tool is so valuable, the cost of their email and their job title and their name, it feels like a fair trade to most professionals. So we're not choosing them for a meeting, we're providing them diagnostic reports that leads to a meeting. And by the time they finish this audit, they've spent 2 minutes engaging with this service provider's brand, and they have realized they have a problem. Not only have they realized they have a problem, they now see her as a solution to the problem. And she becomes a yardstick that they measure everybody else against. And that is how you build personal branding in 120 seconds. That's how you build trust with your high CP in less than 5 minutes. So let's talk about the money she lost, the $30,000. She lost this money not because she had a weak offer, but because she did not have a kill switch. She was flying blind. And in this new strategy, we're not doing the same thing. We're changing it around. We're conducting a 21-day micro test. We're taking a part of the initial budget, the initial had spent $1,000. We're using it to test the offer, and then we're conducting it like a scientific experiment. We're monitoring the ads. We're seeing what is working and what is not working. And this is the most important part of the funnel, the pre-audit capture. We're not just sending these leads to our landing page and asking them to look for funds. No. When a CFO sees the ads on LinkedIn and they click on it, the native inbuilt LinkedIn lead generation form, it pops up, and then LinkedIn autofills it. All they have to do is press submit. This is a game changer because immediately a CFO, a COO, or founder expresses interest, the financial advisor would already own their data. They already have the email of the person and maybe their profession. And this means that if they get a call while using the auditing tool, or if they need to respond to an email and they close the tab, we wouldn't lose them. We've won that click. That's because the advisor already has the contact details of this person who has shown interest in the ad or in using the audit tool. What this allows us to do is track the cost per lead of every single click that we get, or every single lead that we get. So in this case, if after 3 days, we find out that it's costing us about $150 to get a founder's email and their name and maybe the profession. Then we go to the back end. We adjust the targeting, we adjust the headline, we adjust the creative. We're not spending thousands of dollars before we realize there's a problem. We're buying data to make sure that the specific audience we're targeting, C-suite executives or founders over 40, want this tool or they need this service. If the data says yes, we'll scale. If it says no, we've only spent a few $100s. It is not gambling in this case. It is high-stake targeting with low-stake cost. The truth is, most high-ticket service providers, especially financial advisors, are tired of the marketing hamster wheel. You're told to create and post content every day. You're told to run webinars and then spend and throw a lot of money into broadcast targeting and pray for conversion. But if there's anything we've learned from the $30,000 ad spend failure, it's that the founders you're targeting, the C-suite executive, the generic webinar doesn't work for them. What they appreciate is precision and utility. And so by building an audit tool instead of a webinar, and by using a micro test instead of a generic ad spend, what we're doing isn't just marketing. We're building a predictable system that treats your budget with the same level of respect that you're treating your client's portfolio. Now, if you're a financial planner, a fractional executive, a consultant, or you provide some sort of B2B service, and you want to move from hope-based marketing to a predictable sales system that helps you build between 3 to 5 clients in the next 60 days, I can help you execute what we just discussed in this video. I also created a 3-slide C-suite targeting sniper proposal. I attached it below, and it's going to break down the math, the targeting filters, and also the order structure that we discussed today. It's the exact roadmap we're using to turn the 30K trauma into a predictable, scalable success. Now, here's what you can do next. If you want the proposal, you can click on the link below and download it. If you also want to talk about me building your audit to lead, you want me to build the audit to lead system for your firm, you can also book a brief session with me using the link below. We'll look at your current sales funnel, look at all the high friction points, and see if a micro test strategy would work for your specific niche. This way, you can stop spending blindly and start targeting with surgical precision. Thank you for watching this video. I'll see you in the next feed. All right, bye. Content